Okay, I must be live in the group. Hello, hello. Anybody out there? I am going to, since how this is a group and not on my Facebook wall, I'm just going to hang out and wait for somebody to bop on here because I've always wanted to do that. Just get on here live and sit and wait for somebody to come talk to me. So that's what I'm going to do for just a minute. And if nobody shows up, then I guess I leave. I am here to talk about my story and what has led up to what I'm doing now, what brought me to this point in my life. And it's quite a story, actually. But I'm just going to wait and see if anybody pops on here. Maybe I could tag a couple of people or something. There's somebody talk to me. Hi. Okay, it doesn't say, it just says Facebook user. So if you could type in who am I talking to? I'm so glad somebody's here. I feel like I just never talked to anybody in here. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk about my story. Gina, sweetheart, I miss you. I sent you a message last night. I haven't heard back from you, but thank you for popping on here. I think that Gina knows my story. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm going to talk about. Thank you so much for hopping on here, Gina. Okay. My story started like back in 1989, long, long time ago. I was 28 years old. I had a small child. He was 3 at the time, and it was a fresh winter day. It was just tons of fresh snow. It was absolutely gorgeous out. I had a babysitter lined up for my boy, and we were going to go snowmobile for the day. There's about 5 of us. We each had our own sleds, and we set off and just super excited. And we were not even 3 miles from the house, not even 3 miles from the house. And that's where our day kind of ended. Let me tell you what happened. We did have fresh snowfall, a lot of snow. And if you're a snowmobile driver or rider, you know that when you are trail riding, or it doesn't matter wherever you're riding, the snow dust behind you is blinding for the guy behind you, right? This is why you never override what you can see. So my husband was in the lead, I was second, and then we had a snowmobile. And we were just putting. We weren't even, well, at least I wasn't going very fast. Came to a stop sign in the intersection, and I saw it because I was riding what I could see. I was not driving too fast because I did get her stopped. Well, almost. I was in the intersection and I saw my husband off to the side. He was going to go up the fire lane. So I had missed turning. So I was going a little fast, not terrible, but I was still in the intersection. I thought, oh, I better get over and turn that way. And before I could even turn the handlebars, I all hell broke loose. I got hit from behind. The guy was doing 60 miles an hour when he hit me, and I wasn't at a stop, but I was still kind of rolling, wasn't going very fast, but he freaking nailed me. And the ski of his sled ran up the running board on the left side. Now, me, I am not normal and I don't ride like a normal person. I ride, with my legs back behind me because it was easier to absorb the bumps. I don't ride with my feet up in the running boards. Had I rode like a normal person, I'd have lost that leg. It'd have been gone. So I didn't even know what the hell hit me. I had no idea. Next thing I know, I'm flying in the air this way. My snowmobile's flying in the air that way. And the guy that hit me landed in the middle of the trail, and his snowmobile went flying, and the guy behind him ran him over. Okay. It's like, I don't know if I landed yet or whatever, but we had one hell of a mess. So, by the time, metal stopped flying and crushing and people flying, and it was a horrible scene. Ambulance was called, everything. I walked away from this accident. I walked away. I went home. I thought I was fine. I really did. I thought I was fine. My husband made the comment, it's a good thing that you play ball. I was very, very active still at that age. That was the last year that I was active like that, playing ball, doing everything I wanted to do, yeah. So it changed my life. I still thought I was okay. I had this rib that would pop out, and it would pop out like that far, right underneath my boob, and it looked like a third boob. It was horrible. And every time I bend over or I'd stretch to grab something, reach for something, whatever, it would pop out, and God, it would bring me to my knees. It hurt so bad. And I got to the point where I could, get situated just right and get it pushed back in. Freaking hurt like a bee. But I was able to get it back in. Didn't matter though. I still ended up going to the chiropractor, and that chiropractor kept me coming back for 2.5 years. Are you serious? 2.5 years. And finally I had it up to here. I'm tired of going in there and he's spreading talc, I guess. I still don't even know to this day what the heck it was. That noise. I get, my face is in the cushion. I could see nothing. Anyway, very uncomfortable situation, and I didn't like going, and I finally just stopped. And I ended up going to the doctor because as time went on, my pain kept getting worse and worse and worse, and it would go to other parts of my body. Let's try to make a really, really long story short. The end result was me being totally addicted to prescription drugs, almost 30 years worth. Had to go to the doctor every single month for these damn pills. It felt like it just ran my life. I would get called out of work at the drop of a hat to come in and get drug tested, because when you're on that kind of pain medication, you have to go in randomly and they will do drug analysis on you, and to make sure that you actually had the prescription medicine in your system, because if I didn't, that meant I was selling it on the street. And you wonder where the hell the opioid epidemic came from, right? These doctors were doling out this medicine like candy, and they wonder where the issue comes from. Anyway, I was not smart enough to woke and know what the hell was going on. All I knew, I felt like a prisoner from day one. Happened to go every month to go get these medicines and pay through the freaking nose. And insurance didn't cover a lot of that stuff. It got so bad. Every single year, my doses of everything got raised. By the time I did wake up, I had been through, and I did have multiple surgeries right before I woke up. Whatever. I've had multiple neck surgeries, triple fusions. I literally was a mess and severely depressed. I could not stand my husband. I couldn't stand anybody. I wanted everybody away from me. I hated everybody. You know what I mean? I just was a total mess. I had got down to 90 pounds. I looked like death worn over. And I'm telling you, I'm surprised. I was suicidal for quite a while. I damn near, I don't even want to go down that road. But you know what? Here I am. Here I am, like 6 years later. And I got to tell you, this is why I am so passionate about the company that I am affiliated with, My Daily Choice, because I had a helicopter pilot that was in Afghanistan. He was a good friend of mine, and he introduced me to this CBD oil. He was a fighter pilot. He got shot down in Afghanistan. He ended up coming home. He had traumatic brain injury. He had nerve damage from the top of his head all the way to the bottom of his toes on his whole entire right side. This guy was a maniac with the traumatic PTSD he had. He was a freaking mess. And he's telling me, Lisa, you need to try this oil because I am living my life now because of it. So, make a long story short, that's what got me into this company. And it is almost 6 years later. When I joined this company, they only had the sprays, the little sprays, and they had just launched the HempWorks line, the CBD products. And I joined right after that. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. It's still there. Okay. I was going to carry on, but I better stop and get this taken care of. So if you were here watching, Gina, thank you so much, sweetheart. All right, I got to go. Bye.